drive with me from Wuye Bridge to Katy. So this is the very popular Wuye Bridge, a new one. Now Katy, if you're hearing Katy for the first time, Katy is after Cillarealty district. Recently an access road was commissioned from Kabusa all the way to Katy, which is after Lokogoma. If you know Lokogoma very well, all the way to Katy, right? This new road connects Kabusa, Cillarealty, Piakasa and Katy communities. So a quick one. As soon as this Wuye Bridge was constructed, prices of land and houses for sale in Wuye climbed up, including rentals. One of the major drivers of property appreciation in the FCT is rapid development road constructions that are giving better access to some areas and site-like towns. So this road we are currently on leads to the iconic City Gate. We are using this route to connect to Galadima roundabout. If you know Galadima roundabout, that access, it's actually a shorter distance, or rather a shorter route that leads us to Katy, where we are headed to. So on this very road, there's an amusement park called Magic Land. And we're approaching Magic Land right now. Yeah, that's Magic Land right there. So it's one of the places your kids can have a good time in Abuja. Maybe on weekends you can bring them to have a swell time right here. And right ahead is City Gates, Abuja City Gates. Behold our iconic City Gate, the gateway into Abuja. So this is quite beautiful though. This is amazing. I admire this place every time I pass here. So did you know that originally, based on the master plan development of Abuja, the City Gate was meant to be somewhere around Kuje, Kiami? Somewhere around that axis. That's where the City Gate was meant to be. And we are expecting that the City Gate will be right there in the future. Now this is the airport expressway. This expressway right now leads to the international airport, and after the airport it leads outside Abuja. Right now on this expressway there are I would say key major landmarks. There's a train station here, Kwaba train station. There is the military cemetery along this road, and we also have ECOWAS headquarters that is currently under construction on this road, this express road as well. And we have the Glory Dome. If you know the Glory Dome, a very popular church. And further we have the Centenary City. Centenary City is a major development that promises to put Abuja on par with cities like Dubai. And further in is the international airport. And after that, you're heading to Gokalada, and then you're out of Abuja, right? Abuja is actually a very interesting place. Now on this route, if you miss your turn, you will have to travel quite a distance for you to turn back and head to where you meant to be going, right? So while driving on the streets of Abuja, you need to be conscious, you need to look out, you need to watch out, so you don't just get to miss your turn. So we're taking the bridge that connects us back to the road, which leads, or back to the express road rather, which leads us to Galadimawa Lokogoma axis. So I love how connected Abuja roads are. You can literally climb one bridge, and across the bridge you're already in a different district entirely. So now we're down the bridge and we're on the express, another express that leads straight to Galadima roundabout. And it's not just the location. Sometimes is just a major road, right? And across it's another area. For instance, you can cross a road, this other side might be Kado and the other side will be Chai or Jabi, something like that. So as you're crossing the road, this side is another district, and at the other end of the road is another district. Let's take the bridge in Wuye for example. When you cross that bridge from Wuye, you're entering Wuse Zone 7, right? And there's another bridge, not like just, in fact, not a bridge, a major road. Once you cross that road, you're in Wuse Zone 3. Abuja is very well connected actually. There's good road network, very wide roads, beautiful roads on the streets of Abuja. So right here, this is Galadimawa roundabout. Remember, there's Galadimawa, there's Galadima, please. So you don't mistake one for another. This is Galadimawa roundabout, and we're taking this turn this way, headed straight to Lokogoma. So after this place, the next place is Lokogoma, and in Lokogoma we're going to use the Sunnyvale junction in Lokogoma to head straight to Kabusa, then Shiriti. By the way, we have a fast selling property right in Shiriti Kabusa. Now it is a new property that is selling really fast, the cheapest FCD property you would find in the entire FCT right now. So one thing about properties is they don't stay cheap forever. The price you're shown, the current price, usually always remain the cheapest you'd ever find. So right after Kabusa is Shiriti, and this property is FCDA approved, located in Shiriti. So remember, we're going to Katy, right? This is a drive all the way to Katy. So I have a site inspection with a client in Shiriti Kabusa, and after that inspection would continue our drive all the way to Katy. So usually So this is Sunnyview Estates. Sunnyview Estates, and we're about approaching the junction, Sunnyview Junction itself. So there was a time a few years ago, Sunnyview Estates was a forest. It was a forest, but today it's been turned into a beautiful estate. Very beautiful estate. If you know Sunnyview, if you've been inside Sunnyview Estates, you'd agree with me that it's not just beautiful, but it's neatly, the houses are neatly, arranged with good road networks and drainages within the estate. So this right here is Sunnyvale Estate, and right on our right is Sunnyvale. This gate up here used to be their major, or rather main entrance. It used to be their main entrance before the construction of this road. So along this road there are other major estates, all in Lokogoma, and Lokogoma has always been a residential district. So based on the Abuja I would say zoning / land use, it's majorly residential. You find lots of estates in Lokogoma where people live, right? And down this way we would be heading towards Kabusa right after Lokogoma. So for some people, they keep wondering, where is Kabusa? Where is Shiriti? They are hearing Shiriti for the very first time. Here is Kabusa, here is Shiriti. And then you also have questions like, is there an access road that leads to Shiriti? Of course there is. There is an access road. In fact, that road was newly commissioned that leads to Shiriti. So on our left side, this place, you can see these red roofs. That is Kabusa Gardens, and we're heading to Kabusa right now. This is Kabusa, by the way, but ahead you'd see the Kabusa market. So taking this turn, on the left is still Kabusa Gardens. I think Lokogoma House is This is what I think. Oh, in my opinion, I think that Lokokoma, this axis houses one of the largest estates. Like there are lots of big estates in Lokokoma. And the next one right here, we're driving straight into Kabusa Market. So this is like a major market here, but it's kind of a mini market. It's a mini, but it's still major. I said major because you find that they sell almost everything here. Building, construction materials, you find them here. You still find all the things that they sell in this market as well. So a lot of people live here. A lot of people live along this axis. You can see the number of cars driving out from this area. So this is where we call Kapusa. We just left Lokokoma and we are here in Kapusa right now. So in 2022, someone told me rent in this area, that's the area after Lokogoma, let's say a 1-bedroom apartment, self-con, you could afford it or you could get it at 400 350k. I don't think that's the reality right now. I do not think it is the reality at the moment. So this is the market, or let's say it's still the market. Actually, you can see building materials being sold. You can see it. In fact, almost everything you need, everything you want, you find it here. Clothes, shoes, mattresses, water. In fact, you even find churches and mosques along this road. So everything you need is within reach. Everything you need is within reach. That's if you are okay with shopping around here. You can see tiles, you can see mattresses, you can see by the roadside literally everything is sold here. Everything is sold in this place. So this road right now was recently constructed and commissioned by the FCT minister, and at the moment it's not a wide road, but it's going to be expanded, right? And by that time, most of these shops you're seeing very close to the road will be taken out, to be demolished. Because based on the plan, they are not supposed to be there. The shops are not supposed to be this close to the road. So we are gradually approaching KT. KT. No, not KT. Yeah, we're approaching KT, but before KT, we would get to Shiriti first. We would get to Shiriti first. So there are few things you would find everywhere you go to. That's what I noticed. Almost every location, the interiors or satellite towns, there are these three things I've observed you'd always find. One is a Dangote shop that sells cement. Another one is the Redeemed Church. You always find them. You find them almost everywhere. So we are in Keaton, Shiriti right now, and this right here is a school located in Shiriti. So this is the busiest part of Shiriti. I said the busiest because it houses, or more like, yeah, it's the busiest. So they also have a mini market here. Yeah, they also have a mini market. So this is Shiriti, and this is where we have a Highland City Estate located. So as we drive further in, getting close to Highland City. So we're gradually leaving the market and approaching our Highland City already. So Highland City is barely a 10 minutes drive. This is the entrance to Highland City, just past. So right here we're driving to Kitty. This road leads to Kitty community. So these are estate layouts already. The place is sold. Along this road you'd find lots of estate layouts. Some are fenced, some just have their sign boards, by the roadside. So these people were also commissioning an estate right here. This one is fully fenced and it faces the major road. So as you can see, if you're buying property in a Highland City, there is an access road that leads to the estate. But this way, we're heading straight to Kitty. So this right here is Katie community. This is Katie community. I hope you enjoyed this amazing ride with me all the way from Wuye down to Katie, and we've come to the very end of this interesting, amazing ride. See you in the next drive through video. So if you are familiar with any of these locations, any of these places that you can easily identify from this video, drop that in the comments, and I would like to hear from you. I'd like to know from you.